We're going to be reading A Legend of Confucius, reread by Armando Baez. Okay. When Confucius came to earth, the Keeling, that strange beast which is the prince of all four-footed animals and only appears when there's a great man on earth, sought the child and spat out a jade whereon was written, "Son of the crystal, you are designated to become an uncrowned king." And Confucius grew up, studied diligently, learned wisdom, and came to be a saint. He did much good on earth, and ever since his death has been reverenced as the greatest teachers and masters. He had foreknowledge of many things, and even after he had died, he gave evidence of this. Once, when the wicked Emperor Chang had conquered all the other kingdoms and was traveling through the entire empire, he came to the homeland of Confucius, and he found his grave. And finding his grave, he wished to have it opened and see what was in it. All of his officials advised him not to do so, but he would not listen to them. So a passage was dug into the grave, and in its main chamber they found a coffin, whose wood appeared to be quite fresh. When struck, it sounded like metal. To the left of the coffin was a door which led into an inner chamber. In this chamber stood a bed and a table with books and clothing, all as though meant for the use of living person. Chang seated himself on the bed and looked down, and there on the floor stood 2 shoes of red silk, whose tips were adorned with a woven pattern of clouds. A bamboo staff leaned against the wall. The emperor, in jest, put on the shoes, took the staff, and left the grave. But as he did so, a tablet suddenly appeared before his eyes, on which stood the following lines: "Over Kingdom 6, Chang his army led to ope my grave and find my humble bed. He steals my shoes and takes my staff away to reach Taku and his last earthly day." Chang was much alarmed, and the grave closed again. But when he reached Taku, he fell ill of a hasty fever, of which he died. Note: the Keeling is an okapi, like legendary beast of most perfected kindness, prince of all the four-footed animals. The water crystal is the dark lord of the north, whose element is water and wisdom, for which the last reason Confucius is termed his son. Chang, BC 200, is the burner of books and reorganizer of China, famed in history. Taku was a city in the western part of the China that day.